and welcome back to another video on this channel. My name is Hannah, also known as Moonlight Fairy on YouTube, and today's book I'm going to be reviewing is Witch by Elisa Lister. Now my copy is extremely battered because I've read it that much and just took it everywhere with me because I've literally wanted to read it everywhere I went, so that's why it looks a little bit worse for wear. I have absolutely adored this book. It's fantastic. This book has just woken so much within me. It's just really inspired me in so many different ways, and I love it. I can't get enough of this book. I am obsessed with Elisa Lister now. I'm already reading the Love Your Lady Landscape, and I'm going to be reading her other one as well, which I think is called Code Red, I believe. Seriously, just can't get enough of her. This is just fantastic. Now I know some people haven't really liked this book and some people really love it. I am obviously one that really does like it, but I have seen other people talking about this book and they haven't really enjoyed it. They've had a few sort of negative points to do with it and things like that, which I can see where they're coming from with some of the points that they make, but I did like this book. Now with this book, it's not necessarily a book necessarily to do with witchcraft and a how-to book in the normal sense of a normal witchcraft book with how-to. Like, she does go through some witchcraft practices and beliefs and things like that. It's more of just like a taster, probably, so if this is the first time you're coming across witchcraft, then you're going to know a little bit more about it. Obviously, I've not really taken much from those aspects of the book because I kind of already knew about that, but for those people who don't know about this, then this is probably a nice one if this is one of the first ones they sort of pick up on witchcraft and things like that. But it's not really, like, people seem to be judging a little bit like it's not a very good sort of how-to book, but that's not what this is about. So judging it on that aspect I don't think is really that fair, because that's not what she's really trying to get across in this, in my opinion. Really, it's more about, you know, bringing forward that unleashed, untamed and unapologetic witch within people. Really that side of you that, like, I think a lot of people, well, I think everyone has that inside them. It's just whether they want to sort of bring it out or not. And that's what this book is all about, getting to pull forward from yourself. So it's all about sort of waking the, like, inner witch within you, really, and bringing that sort of untamed, strong, like, wild woman out from you. Like, it's all about sort of breathing life back into you, really. I would say this book is, that's how I found it for me anyway. Some people have said that she's kind of gone off on a feminist rant on this one. I wouldn't say she's gone off on a feminist rant. I do think there are issues with feminism and things like that, which is why people talk about it. You know, I would say that I am a feminist myself, and you know, there's so many issues within the entire world, but like, obviously in so many places in the world, like, there's still massive issues for women. But even in the UK, even in America, there's still problems that need to be addressed, and also the way society's kind of sort of imprisoned women, like, in a mental sense, really, because there's so many things that affect women, like, that you don't really realise until you really start thinking about it, with how, like, with fertility and stuff, not getting pregnant and things like that, it all seems to be very much put on the woman. Like, she's the one who has to go on the hormonal birth control pills, everything like that, and, like, men just, it's up to the women, really. And some people really have that ideology, really. Also, the similar thing, we talk about periods and things like that as well. I'll probably go more into this in a video on my own channel as well, and my kind of opinions on that. But with periods and things, it's something that some people just really don't want to talk about. Even women don't really want to talk about it. They're grossed out and disgusted by it, and it's a natural thing, and it's just, it keeps women so silenced about things as well, which I think that's sort of the types of things that she's kind of getting more at in this book. It's not necessarily like a feminist rant that's kind of trying to get you to fight back about like the patriarchy or anything like that. It's more about sort of finding the sort of strength within you to realise sort of what's being sort of unjust for yourself and really sort of fight back against that in your own way. She's not sort of trying to get you to scream down the streets about like that men are evil and stuff like that. It's not really about this, more sort of society, I would say. That's how what I've sort of taken from this anyway. But there's so much more to it than just that sort of a thing, but I've just seen people sort of talking about that side of things, so that's what I was really kind of just getting at with that bit. But the main sort of theme with this book, it's more about getting you to connect sort of with your truth and finding yourself really, and finding who you are really, and not being afraid of that person, and not being afraid of being, you know, some strong, like untamed, strong, powerful woman who isn't someone who has to apologize all the time. You know, you can just get out and do what you want. You know, you don't have to apologize for who you are or what you are or anything like that, which I'm really loving. I think a lot of people really need that in their life. So I've just made a few points here, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so I think I mentioned it before about like it not being like a witchcraft 101. It's more about finding the inner witch which is already within you really, and focusing on what you need to learn, more to do with yourself, and it's more sort of bringing what you already feel and what you already know to the surface really, and just getting the confidence to do that really. But the thing that I really like about this book is just how personal it is. It feels so personal, like such a personal connection that you have with Lisa, because she talks to you. It's kind of like she's like your big sister, like having this conversation with you, or some sort of figure like that you can really sort of trust and have faith in. And she's so wise and knowledgeable and so inspirational. It's like she's having a really deep, sort of soulful conversation with you really, because she talks about so much of her personal experience, her relationships, her growing up, childhood, that sort of thing, her family, her lineage and stuff with her ancestors, that sort of thing, and basically lots of things she does within her craft, and it just makes you feel like you've got a lot more personal connection with her, and understand sort of where she comes from, and I think it adds more sort of credibility to what she says as well with things, as well, like, and she's got so many different exercises that you can do as well within the book, lots of different rituals and things, which I'm going to be going back and doing a few more on here, because there's a few that I've like bent over on the pages and things like that to go back to, because there's ones that I really like the idea, or things that she's spoken about on the pages that I just really want to delve into more, which I really adore about this. So it really has inspired me so much, and it's like awoken something really deep within me that has kind of been forgotten otherwise, I think. So I'm really, really happy that I did read this book, because I just adore it. I adore it so much. It's just amazing. So yeah, I highly recommend this, and if you haven't read it, then please do have a look at it. I'd like to see what other people do have, like what their opinions are of this book, so please like leave your opinions in the description box and things. I'd like to have a bit more of like a discussion about it if you would like to as well, even if your opinions are different to mine. Like, I'd like to kind of know sort of what you think about it as well, just because you know, I like to see how other people find it, and I think this is a bit of a mixed one, this one. So yeah, so if you've got anything you want to talk about in the description box, then let me know. Just leave some comments and things like that. Thank you again for watching this video. I'll see you in another video soon, and if you would like to follow more things to do with my personal YouTube channel, then please subscribe to that one as well. Thank you very much. I'll see you in another video soon.